Hey everyone, it's Anna Runyon here today on Friday, day 5 of our Instagram planning challenge. If you are here, if you're joining me, let me know, post a comment, let me know what you thought of this challenge, how it's going for you, what day you're working on, and what phase of corporate rescue plan you are currently in. I completed it. Let me show you guys. Mine's all done. It's a little messy, but it's done. So thanks everyone for joining in and for posting all the comments this week. You guys are doing incredible. Thanks for keeping me accountable as well, because one of the goals for this challenge is for me to kickstart my Anna Runyon Instagram account. So now we obviously have the Classy Career Girl account. I wanted to kickstart my Anna Runyon account, and I've posted every day of this challenge. So this challenge has really helped me get my branding together for the Anna Runyon account. So I hope it's also really helping you guys too. So let me just make sure that we are working here and that the Facebook Live is going. Yep, it looks like we are live and everything's working. So I also put together a little Google Doc that you guys can see. You can see behind me. So this office doubles as our guest bedroom, and we had all of our in-laws over recently. So need to put let's clean up the office and make it back into my office. That's my goal. I'm gonna put a little, I don't know if you can see behind me, I'm gonna put a little area behind me to record video, maybe to do my podcast audio. So I'm excited to make my little office nook. So let's get started. If you can hear me, let me know. That would make me feel really good, because then I know I'm not just talking into space. So let's get started. So if you guys look at that document, I'm going to share my screen so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at, because I have some fun announcements about what's going on here. Let me make this a little bit bigger for you guys. So just so you guys know, this is just the beginning. This morning I posted a poll in our CRP Facebook group to see what you want next in November, because this has all been a planning challenge, but I want to help you actually execute and take action on your plan. So at no point today or this week have I been post 5 times a week, or post today, or I haven't given you a writing prompt. And I'm trying not to make this an overwhelming challenge. I'm just trying to help us put our plan together, which it's really helped me. But next month, I want to help you, give you some sort of tool or resource or guide to help you actually execute your plan. So there's a poll in CRP Facebook group right now. Go check it out. Tell me what you want in November to help you execute this Instagram plan, so we can keep building this momentum. So this is not over yet. This is only the beginning. Also, thank you for your feedback. Another post I put out there is, what do you want to see more of in Corporate Rescue Plan in the future? The results came in way beyond for more tools, resources, and guides, like an editorial calendar, more challenges to help you implement. So we will be working on that. My team and I are going to work on our 2019 CRP calendar within the next week. So that was really helpful for me to help make sure that I'm giving you guys what you want in CRP. So lots of good stuff coming in 2019. I'm excited for you all to see what we have coming. Let's see here. Let's see, I want to make sure. So today I'm going to do an overview of day 2 through 5. So if you didn't check it out yet, on Monday I went live. The link is right here. I did a live on day 1, which is planning your time. So today I'm going to do an overview of days 2 through 5. All the posts and the information is in our announcements. So this is a cool thing Facebook has added for groups. If you just click announcements on the side, you can find all of and then click see all. You can find all of our daily posts. So plan your content, plan your bio. I love this photo of all of you holding up your sheet. It's been so fun to wake up and see all your progress that you're making. So that is what is there. So let's get started with some of the highlights here. Okay, so I just want to make sure. Okay, if you can hear me. Oh, John just joined. Okay, so if you can hear me, let me know, because no one's commented yet, so I just want to make sure that everything is working. So just post a little comment just to make sure that you guys can hear me and everything is working. So let's get started with the first day. So the first day is all about planning your time. We talked about that on Monday, so I'm not going to dive too much into planning your time. I'm going to go straight into day 2, which is planning your brand. And I put a link right here to a bunch of keywords that you can use when it comes to planning your brand. And this is really important because you want to communicate that brand in every single story and photo, everything that you do. This is a big thing that we've been working on at Classy Career Girl, is going through a little bit of a rebranding process and really analyzing, what do I want? What do I want my brand to be about? One big thing that I'm noticing is that I don't want my brand to be like loud, and I don't want to use big, huge fonts, and I don't want to use, you know, really loud colors. My brand is more of like kind of like a gentler, supportive, friendly, nice, a little bit of a quieter brand. It kind of goes along with me. I'm not, you know, doing lives every single day, and I'm an introvert. So my brand kind of is kind of like me in a ways, and that's okay. And so I think that's been a huge thing for me to look at. You don't have to have a brand like everyone else. You can make your brand unique. So when I see, you know, other brands out there that are very loud and they're doing lives all the time, and you know, if I try and be like them, it's just not going to fit me. It's not going to fit our brand, because our keywords are different, right? The other people have very different keywords than I have. So being very clear about what those words are and what those values are for your business. This is a great exercise. Day 2 is a great exercise to do. It's not even about Instagram. It's just about your overall brand. So one of the questions, oh good, you guys are talking now. Yay, you guys can hear me. Okay, Agata is here. Hey, Esther is here. She said, I can hear you. Candace says, good morning. And Esther's an introvert too. So, and that's key, right? I'm an introvert, and I attract a lot of introverts too. Some of you guys might be extroverts, and that's fine. But when you come to a place where you are you and your brand reflects your values and your keywords, then you start attracting those people who, Esther might have been turned away from someone who is really loud, right? Or their brand is really loud and they're kind of overwhelming her because she's an introvert. Whereas my brand might be a little bit more quieter, more gentler. You know, whatever we did, it kind of introduced her in a right way because we were very clear. So if we had like, if one of our Instagram posts was like, really, I can't even think of, I think of like, one of the things we don't use much in our brand is like the word like girl boss or really like pushy words. We'll try and just be a little bit more, it's a little bit more gentler. So Shar had a great question too that I think is going to apply to a lot of people. She said, after deciding that I need a business Instagram account and a personal account, I can move forward to day 2. I was having trouble distinguishing my message and categories, trying to mix the brands into one account. And I noticed that Anna Runyon example is based off her personal account. Should I start with my personal brand first or my business account, and why or why not? So this is a question that comes up all the time. When you have, when you are starting your business, and this is what I told Char, you need to think about whether you want to be the future Tony Robbins or the future Oprah Winfrey. Do you want in 5 to 10 years, do you want your business and your brand to be based around you? Or do you want to, in 5 to 10 years, have a business that is like a Nike or an Apple? It's based off a brand. You're not front and center. It can, other people can run it. It doesn't completely rely on you. Who knows what's going to happen? If Tony Robbins and Oprah retire, there may be who knows what's going to happen? You don't know. I'm sure they're setting up a contingency plan of what's going to happen when they retire. But for me, I want to build up that Classy Career Girl brand so it's not completely reliant on me. That's one of the reasons I'm working hard to grow Anna Runyon in my personal account, because as Classy Career Girl has grown, it's now about a community of women, right? It's now bigger than just me. And I see the future 5 to 10 years, and it's not based completely on me. So obviously Anna Runyon account is going to always be me. But a big thing that I realized, and the reason, Char, that I split the two apart was just recently I did a poll on Instagram, and I asked how many people wanted information, wanted blog posts on motherhood. And it was 50%. Only 50% of our followers on Classy Career Girl now want to hear about something so important to me, which is motherhood. Like, I can't not talk about being a mom. And so for me, splitting the two apart, so now the Anna Runyon account, I'll have cute baby photos. And, yesterday I shared how great a big sister Mila is, and all that stuff no longer belongs on the Classy Career Girl account. So that's my reason for kind of separating the two. One, it's kind of based on me, my personal life. Someday I want to write a book. And so that's I'm building up my own personal brand. And then Classy Career Girl has this whole other vision and future that it's happening that's bigger than even I am, and that I can even do. And so that we're building up that brand. So I hope that explains kind of why I've separated the two. Obviously I put 5-6 years of just growing Classy Career Girl before I ever even was like really building my personal brand. I've just worked on really building the business brand. So that's probably where I would start, unless your future vision is the Tony Robbins, the Oprah Winfrey, like go all by all means. Like, if you want to be a speaker, if you want to be a writer, if you want to become known for your expertise, there's nothing wrong with that. By all means, build up that personal brand, and build up your leadership with that. But then also, for some people, they might want to build up a brand name like Classy Career Girl. So do what's best for you. Post in the comments. Let me know what you're going to do. Are you going to build, a company business brand, or are you going to build a personal brand, or are you mixing the two together right now until you can figure it out? That's totally fine too. I did that for like 6 years before I decided, okay, I need to separate, because my followers now, I share things now that 50% of our Classy Career Girl followers probably are not moms yet, so they don't care about breastfeeding and like all this stuff that is like so like on my mind right now, because this is my life. So you have to know where your market is at and know the type of content that they want to see too, right? Because I don't want someone to be turned away because I'm sharing cute baby photos. I think my kids are pretty cute, but I'll save. I have a story about that, but I'll save that one for another day. There's definitely some trolls out there. That's all I will say. There are some trolls and some not very nice people when it comes to baby photos on the internet. Okay, so let me see. Let's dive into day. Okay, let me share my screen with you again. Okay, so we talked about day 2. Day 3 was planning your bio. So talking about how can you connect with your ideal audience in your bio and let them know they are in the right place, and how you serve them and why it's important. So a lot of people don't take good enough advantage of this small space, because this is where people are going to see you. They're going to say, should I follow this person or not? Like, they're making a decision. I do it all the time. I find people's accounts, and you really have to know what your ideal client is looking for to make them want to follow you. And you really need to jump out at them in that bio. So one of the things I recommended was Linktree. So that's, I spelled it wrong here. Linktree is a way that you can put a Linktree URL in your bio, and then it links to a Linktree page. And then that way you can link multiple posts. So let me see if I can pull ours up real quick so you can kind of see. So this is great because often you will be, say you're talking about a blog post one day, but then the next day, you know, you're talking about your free planner or your free download. Instagram's not working, of course. As we're doing an Instagram challenge, Instagram's not working. Go figure. So that's where you would just edit your profile. GC says, how do you get the Linktree in the IG bio? You would edit your profile. Linktree will give you your personalized URL, and you can just paste it in your profile. So you can see ours is right here. It's linktr.ee and then Classy Career Girl. And then people can click that, and then there's a list of things that they can get. So they can get our free guide, our free planner, our free resume templates. They can get a link to our podcast, our blog, or our Facebook group. So everyone's coming for different reasons. So looks like I need to update my logo on that. So that's important to have in your bio. The other thing Kelly asked is, my bio is not in bullet format. Are bullets better or short sentences? So I prefer these little short sentences because your audience is coming to your bio. They need something really fast to convince them to follow you. So if there's like a lot of sentences, for me, it's hard for me to read, and it also sometimes makes me think, oh, this is a little boring. So that's why I have the images too and the icons. That was another question Heather asked. I noticed everyone seems to be using icons. Is there a benefit to using them and just listing statements rather than a sentence? You know, you have to go back when you're looking at other accounts. This is a good strategy to use. Like, go look at other people's bios and which ones like jump out at you. For me, when they have these images, I'm a visual person, and so it jumps out at me. It makes me think, oh, this is a fun profile. Like, you know, a little like celebratory thing that says new career, new life. Like, I can visualize celebrating a new career. Career fulfillment for all women. I mean, our brand is all about helping women around the world. So it visually represents what I'm saying. And there's no benefit for Instagram. Instagram's not going to like show my profile more. I just want more people to click that follow button and be like, wow, this looks fun. This looks interesting. I'm going to follow this Classy Career Girl. Okay, so that is your bio. Day 4, we talked about planning your content, and we talked a lot about surveying, doing how-tos, and also sharing stories of yourself. So if were you your client back a few years back, like what was that like, and how did you break through to that next level? So for me, I used to share, Instagram is basically a blog. Instagram, where I started 8 years ago when I was blogging a few times a week, now basically that's on Instagram. It's become kind of like the new way to blog. So I would share a lot of stories about when I was stuck in my career and what that was like. And, for people who are starting businesses, I share stories of what it was like to quit my day job. And, when I called up HR and told them I wasn't going to be back on maternity leave. Oh, this is a fun one I should write about today. And the HR person was like jealous and said, you're gonna have more fun running your own business than coming back here. Like, she basically gave me the all like, oh, I wish I could do that too. And so there's just these stories that you remember. I remember them from just talking like this. So remembering those stories, sharing those stories, people can then relate to you. The survey is good because then you figure out what their struggles are. You can answer their questions in your comments. and also how-tos as well. So getting them engaging, if you can get them to swipe, like if you upload carousel photos, if you upload multiple photos, and you can do like 5 tips too, and then they can start swiping. You're showing Instagram that they're engaged in your content. So your content needs to engage them. It needs to make them take action, whether that's commenting or swiping or watching your stories. You want them engaging. And then I talked about, picking an Instagram feature that's right for you. So if you like writing, like I do, write blog posts on your profile. That's what I'm doing with my Anna Runyon account. I'm basically treating it, I love to write, so I'm forcing myself to write consistently on Anna Runyon every single day, just like I used to do with my blog. If you love to talk, or even if you love to write, you can still really succeed with Instagram stories throughout the day, sharing what you're working on, talking about what you're working on. These are 10-second snippets throughout your day. They go away after 24 hours. Also, if you like to write, you can take a picture and you can write on it as well. And people can hold the screen and they can actually read what you're saying. So even if you don't like to talk too much, you don't have to talk that much on your Instagram story. I use it to kind of do my behind the scenes, what a typical day is like. I do a lot of Instagram stories of my kids and just what motherhood is like. And so that kind of just adds to me being a real person. And the key here is it grows that trust and that relationship with me. I have so many people who are sending me direct messages back about, being a mom or having kids, and their moms and working too. And so we can relate on a different level when you're sharing your behind the scenes and just showing that you're a real life person. If you like planning, and you like creating videos and talking, then you can plan out 10-minute how-to videos, record them, and post them to IGTV. So IGTV is kind of like the new YouTube, where you upload videos. So these are longer videos. Instagram stories are these 10-second snippets all combined together. They're behind the scenes. They don't have to be great quality whatsoever. The IGTV is a next step. So that's where you would plan out your top, 5 tips to waking up earlier. And then you put all those tips together and you give that presentation for less than 10 minutes, and that's IGTV. Now, if you like connecting, you can host regular Instagram lives and engage and answer questions from your audience. So obviously you might, long term, you probably want to do a little bit of all these things, but short term, we're just going to pick one and do it. So we just pick Instagram story, Instagram profile, IGTV, IG live, and do your best. Okay. So Instagram lives, you can get questions ahead of time. Your audience can join you and ask questions and kind of be live and engage with you. So those are fun too. So CJ had the question about the difference between IG stories and IGTV. So hopefully that answered your question. IG stories are just those 10-second snippets that happen, and they go away after 24 hours. So it's behind the scenes. It doesn't have to be pretty photos. People just like seeing real life. And so if you remember on Monday, I talked about making sure that you spend a lot of time creating quality content on your Instagram profile. So spending more time making sure the profile looks great, because that's the first thing that people see. So I recommended posting less and more quality content. And then you're just less quality content, or just, fun stuff. It can be what you eat, whatever, can be in your Instagram stories. And then also, we're going to talk about hashtags in day 5. So today's day 5. So today is all about your engagement strategy. And the big key that I wanted to get across on day 5 today is that you need to be spending as much time networking on Instagram as you are creating content and posting. And this is key. This is what will make the difference for you. This is what will be the game changer. Day 5 is what will grow your business on Instagram. If you have day 1 through 4 all set, day 5 is what will help you actually find your ideal clients. So what most people do is they spend hours creating content, and then why aren't people coming to me? You know, why we're playing this follow unfollow game. You know, why isn't my account growing? I'm spending so much time creating content for Instagram. Nothing's working. I'm just going to give up. Well, day 5 is where we talk about how to find those ideal clients and spending as much time networking on Instagram or more as you are creating content. And this really made the difference for us at Classy Career Girl, because we were posting. We were doing a lot of posting, but then I was also, anytime I had spare time, I was networking with other people on Instagram and ideal clients on Instagram. So I gave you a tip on today's post in day 5 for my strategy of how I find ideal clients on Instagram. So I want you to go find that post, go read it, because that was my best tip on how I find ideal clients. So go find day 5, go comment below that post, because I really want you guys to find your ideal clients on Instagram. And a lot of the ways is just, you know, spending, I think the one thing I said I was going to do is spending 20 minutes a day, interacting with your ideal clients and finding them and commenting in their profile, commenting below, a genuine comment. So the one thing that I always used to do is I would find, and I don't want to say competitors. I think of career contestants when I do this a lot with, and we're not really competitors. We both have the same market and audience, but the way our business models are very, very different. So I know that Career Contessa has a lot of women following who are very interested in their careers, who are ambitious. And so I would go to their account and I would click on followers and see who the latest people that followed them were. And I would go down that list and I would go to their profiles, people who had just followed Career Contessa, and start liking, engaging, and commenting and asking questions. And I just did this last night. And there were 2 people that were engaging on Career Contessa's like latest Instagram post. So they were already commenting on their post, which means most likely they're going to engage on my content too if I can introduce myself to them and if they like my stuff. So I found 2 people who were engaging on Career Contessa's latest post, and I went to their profiles. They had public accounts, so you can do this with public accounts. I went to their latest post. I liked their latest post, and then I left 1 or 2 comments. And so one of the girls was wearing this gorgeous pink dress, and so I complimented her pink dress. You know, I could ask where she got the dress. I could start a conversation with her. The other person that I found was just, she was doing a speaking event in Brazil, and it was about leadership. And so I wrote, wow, this is really important work. Like, I'm really glad you're doing this work. You know, where was this presentation? And so it's another way of like engaging. It's not the, hey, come follow me, strategy. And a lot of times too, you want to, one thing I didn't talk about in today's post is getting people to engage with you on your direct message as well. This is key as well when you're doing Instagram stories, doing lots of polls, doing lots of questions. When you can get them to engage and respond back to you with questions, that's really good. You're telling Instagram people like your stuff and people are engaging with your stuff, and that's really, really what you want them to do. So what's next? Like I said, we're going to put together a checklist, a guide, a toolkit for you guys for November to help you actually execute what you put together in your plan this month, this past week. So stay tuned for that, and please vote for that. Check out in the Facebook group, I put a poll together, so I want to know what you want for November. And then November 1st, we have our business growth bonus coming out as well, where we're going to talk about the legal mistakes business owners make. So if you want to set yourself up legally correctly, stay tuned for that business growth bonus that's coming out on November 1st. And make sure you also post under the comments for day 1 through 5 if you want to be entered into our contest to win our new 90-day planner that will be coming out soon. It's not even available yet. People are already asking us, like, do you ship internationally and all this stuff? And it's not even, we're still in the works. It takes so much longer than you think to make a very high quality planner. It's I have the drafts right here if you guys want a little sneak peek, but let's see it. I don't know if it'll come out. Oh, let me stop sharing my screen. Stop. Oh, well, my screen's frozen. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Okay, there we go. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's gonna look great. It's gonna be pretty. That's your little sneak peek, but we will be giving prizes out for people who post every day, day 1 through 5 of the planners. And you also have to post your final screenshot of completing all 5 days. So showing this, so show that you have filled it out for all 5 days. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed this planning challenge and it's been helpful. And Janelle says, great information. Thanks for mentioning being a mom as I'm watching my baby is pressing comments emoji. Love this training. Hey, I totally understand. My daughter, well, my 4-year-old loves typing, and then, and she loves being, when I'm sometimes, if I'm like I'm posting a picture of her, she'll want to use all the Instagram things to color. She wants to like color on my phone over the picture. So totally get it. Our kids are going to be like, this is funny. My daughter's probably going to look back on this training someday and just laugh that I did like an Instagram training. Because by the time she's, who knows, 10, 15, Instagram is going to be, who knows what it's going to be, right? That's why we want to learn about it right now, because it's just really growing right now. So Agata says it was really fun and useful. So glad. Okay, well, let me know. Our challenge isn't over yet. Like I said, this is just the beginning. There's so much more coming in November. So if you guys have any questions, please still post them. If there's a lot more Instagram questions, I will definitely jump on and help you out and answer them. But keep me posted, keep showing. I want to see your guys' finished Instagram challenge PDF. So make sure you post it. Hope you guys have an excellent day, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.